Hi everyone, so today we are making collages inspired by Matisse. So here is my simple, very easy, little fun spring inspired collage. So the materials that I have with me today, I have a pair of scissors, a glue stick, a pencil, and then just scraps of paper that I have around my house. So we're going to get started by choosing a background piece of paper. So I have this nice green, kind of thicker cardstock, so I decided that this is going to be my background paper. I used it as my background paper in my other spring piece, and I kind of want to have two little spring-inspired, Matisse's Garden-inspired bodies of work. So I'm going to take my other pieces of paper, and something I wanted to show today to go beyond just, more traditional collage is to think about how we can cut out multiples. So I'm going to take my piece of paper, whatever scrap paper you have. So I'm lucky enough to have some colored paper around the house, but if you don't have colored paper around your house, you could use newspaper or magazines or whatever else you can really find. So I'm going to take my piece of colored orange paper. I'm going to fold it in half. Fold in half once, and then I'm going to fold it in half again. So I have it all folded twice. And with my pencil, I am going to draw some kind of springy, maybe floral pattern. So I am going to draw a big, organic shape. So depending on what kind of, collage you're trying to work on, I like to work in organic shapes, so those are shapes that you would find in nature. But if you want to work with more kind of geometric forms, go for it. What we're doing here is just having fun and cutting out different shapes and forms. So here's my little flower. Nothing crazy. And I'm going to cut my flower out. If you're using cardstock, I would say it might be easier just to try to make multiples of 2. Multiples of 4 with thick paper can be kind of a bear to cut out. So I'm cutting out all my little forms, not worrying if it's perfect. And this is where the magic happens. We go from 1 to 4. Where's my 4th? What happened? Oh, they stuck together. So I went from 1 shape to 4 pretty little flowers. So you also don't have to draw out your shape. I'm just gonna cut out like a funky little shape that I have here. Something kind of triangular. I love collage because you could make so many. I have leftover forms from my previous collage that I'm dropping everywhere now, but I'm probably going to end up using as well. So I have some orange, and maybe now I want to use a little bit of blue. And since it's April, maybe I will do some raindrops, because April showers bring our May flowers, or at least that's what I'm hoping. I love working in this kind of collage, and if you look online, Matisse does so many cool repeating form collages. So I folded that again, so now I have my 4. And I love making different natural ones, and I've made them for all different seasons, so it's fun to do like a fall leaves one, but I figured for spring we could do a spring theme one, but you can do any kind of theme. So again, although I've already cut a shape out, I folded my paper once, folded it again, and then I'm just deciding to kind of freely cut out my shapes here. So I have a bunch of different funky forms. And you don't have to fold and cut out multiples. I have this fun scrap here that I might just cut different shapes and forms out of. But the whole point of this project is that it's so open-ended. You could make one collage, or you could make 50. You can make one that's this big, or earlier I had my mom join me, and she made her own very beautiful but big one out of some of my scraps as well. So collage is such a cool open-ended thing where you can really make whatever you want, which is amazing. So now I have my Elmer's glue stick, and you can plan and play around with your shapes. So I can look and go, maybe these things would look together good together. But you might also decide that you kind of just want to freely glue things down, which I think is what I'm feeling. So I'm going to pull a flower that I had cut multiples out of for my original collage. And I always glue the thing that you're gluing onto your background paper. That's what you put the glue on. So I put the glue on this. I'm sure a lot of you already know that, but we've all made that mistake, I'm sure, where you put glue all over your background paper and then it's a sticky mess. Nobody likes that. So I'm putting glue on my raindrop and not on my background paper, and then sticking it down. I've definitely been around a glue stick before, so not afraid to glue directly on, but if you have some extra newspaper that you want to glue on top of to avoid any kind of mess, more power to you. It's a little bit cold where I am today, so I'm not outside, but if you wanted to go outside for your collaging needs, you can collage as well outside. That's the beauty of collage. Really can happen anywhere. So I keep gluing and cutting. I'm moving very quickly just for the sake of this video, but take your time. I mean, do as much or as little as you want. That's the whole point of this. I made these really fun kind of tulip shapes that now I think look more like lemons. So that's a little bit more fun. And you can make your collage super abstract. I'm just kind of pulling around funky shapes and really enjoying myself, but if you wanted to make it look more like flowers or specific shapes, that's also something that you can do. So I'm rapidly gluing flowers and raindrops on here. I could do this for hours. It's one of those crafts you could do independently or show a younger sibling or your kid, and they can do, you could set them up in a little creative space and they could have millions of little collages. And maybe at the end of all of this, you can take them and make a really nice kind of triptych hanging, or however many there are. You could get them all framed and hang them up, maybe in like their bedroom, or, you know. The more the merrier when it comes to collage, at least in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna glue one more little thing down. Not sure what. I'm just overlapping. I'm really experimenting and messing around. And this might not be my favorite collage. I could make 10 today. I mean, the cool thing is I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of leftover shapes from this one as well. So I might end up using them later, but here is my final little masterpiece so far. I might add some more raindrops or some more flowers. I can go off the page like I did in this one. So really it's just about exploring and having fun, and maybe I'll go back and add some raindrops to this one now, just to spice it up a little bit. Yeah, that pop of blue was really fun, and maybe I'll add more. So just wanted to do a quicker and easier craft, and you know, hopefully you have some kind of glue stick or liquid glue at home. You could also use double-sided tape or tape bubbles. folding up different kinds of colored paper, newspaper, magazines to create your compositions. Your background paper can be white, it can be black, it can be whatever you have at home or whatever you have access to ordering. So I hope you enjoyed this craft and enjoy collaging. Thanks.